one of the citizen complainants, actually a convener ng grupo na nagsampa ng impeachment complaint or one of the two impeachment complaints against VP Sara Duterte. Welcome back to Storycon, UP Professor Emerita, I think Emeritus, Dr. Sylvia Claudio. Ma'am, magandang hapon po, Doktora, and thank you for joining us.
Hi, Professor. Nakamute
Ma'am,
po
nakamute
kayo.
po. Professor, nakamute.
Magandang hapon, Ed, Ami,
Ayan, okay
and
na.
co-sinner, Ronald.
Closing.
A friend also.
Di ba ako nakakaporma? Binanata na kagad ako ni Professor Kai. Yun yung problema eh.
Ba't ba ako nasama sa tropang ito? Baka tamaan din ako ng kidlat. Joke lang.
Di ba ako nakakaporma yan, ha? Nabanata kagad ako.
Ma'am, thank you for joining us, Professor.
Thank you for having me.
Opo, but first of all, the question I raised kanina, when we were talking kanina with Ami, kasi today's February 2, but the Supreme Court decision, which it affirmed last week, stated na the new complaint should start moving only on February 6. Although I think that what they were saying was, based on the Constitution, only one complaint can be initiated in a year. But tell us the reason behind this decision na today isampa yung complaint.
Yes, we were actually following that February 6 date until Thursday. We saw the Supreme Court final resolution of the memorandum for reconsideration that specified again, when is the initiation. And upon following that memorandum, it would seem that the period had lapsed and we could file today, And as you well know, our big fear is always that somebody files some flimsy complaint, and then the 1 year period, which can easily be dismissed in terms of whatever, lack of correct form, lack of content. And then we will kawawa naman, for us who feel that we have a very legitimate set of articles to put forward to request an impeachment trial. So yun, medyo sleepless ang aming nights for the past few nights, long meetings trying to rush our impeachment complaint. And as you know, it was not just our group that filed this morning. The other group also filed.
Yes, ma'am.
I think based on that new counting, based on the Supreme Court memorandum.
Professor, ano bang kaibahan nung final nyo today doon sa final nyo last year? Ano bang major difference?
The major difference was we decided to streamline some of our complaints. So there are less articles of impeachment. We chose the ones that are quite obvious, that are very easy already to prove, Let me cite yung Article 1 namin, which was on national TV, which all of us saw. Well, not all of us, many of us saw. Certainly the petitioners who have to have personal knowledge. I saw that live, her threat to the life of the president and the first lady, So that one is, I don't think how that cannot be said to be actually that it actually happened, The other big difference is the Madriaga testimony that came out after we filed the complaint last year. So it's confidential funds, her SALN, her involvement in the EJ case under her father's regime. So those, and of course, the threat to the life of the president and his family.
So total of 5.
So yun, we had more last year, but we're learning a little bit that I think even in terms of having Congress look at it, and in terms of we don't really need to throw the kitchen sink, it's sufficient for us to ask for accountability if we just really confine ourselves to these articles which are very easily proven.
Professor, merong mga nagsasabi you cannot impeach an official for offenses committed outside her, yung current position. So, hindi daw pwede yung killings when she was mayor or vice mayor, yung mga fund anomalies nung Department of Education pa siya. Ano yung comment ninyo doon?
Yes, that we also had a bit of a debate about that, no? But we
Yes.
also felt that under the broader idea of betrayal of public trust and how we expect our government officials to behave with a certain amount of integrity through their service within government, we decided that we would go through with that. But our reckoning is if they want to throw those out, we still have very, very good grounds on the basis just of her confidential funds under the office of the OVP, which we also included in the complaint, her SALN, which can be confined to the years where she is vice president. And of course, as I said, kaya namin linagay na number 1, there is really no arguing with video evidence broadcast over national media that this woman actually threatened the life of the president.
So
Professor?
linawin ko lang, no? You filed early, ahead of February 6, kasi para siguraduhin lang na walang magfa-file ng weak complaint that will effectively inoculate her kung sakasakali dahil madali nga siyang i-trash.
There, that's the word, inoculate.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's part of our reasoning why we thought we'd go ahead and file already.
Pero ma'am, you're not concerned na baka lang well, of course we're not lawyers, pero baka magkaroon ng teknikalan na you know it is kasi in the July decision of Supreme Court which affirmed last week, February 6 yung target dates ng lahat. I know that the key word there is initiate, and at this point yung word ng initiate can mean so many things.
Filing pa lang yan eh.
But whatever the case is, ang klaro sa Supreme Court decision kasi is yung from the filing you start counting 10 session days or 10
Yes,
calendar
yes.
days with sessions.
Yes.
So in effect, kumbaga nagsimula ang day 1 today.
Yes.
If I get that right. So whatever the case is, kung merong hahabol na ibang gusto magsampa, the countdown has already started.
Yes, we of course consulted our lawyers about their interpretation as well of the Supreme Court decision, and they also came up with that conclusion that we should file today. And then, correct yan. My understanding is, if pwede pang humabol ang iba, it will depend already on the rules of our Congress, how they wish to handle these complaints, no? But there must be a referral after a certain number of days from the time of our filing.
Yung 10 plus 3.
Professor, with the latest decision ng Supreme Court dun sa motion for reconsideration ng Congress na final nila o sinubmit nila sa Supreme Court last year, tingin nyo ba ay yung chances nitong impeachment na final nyo ay mas kakayanin kumpara doon sa last year?
Alam mo, Ronald, I'm going to give a Ronald Llamas answer.
Nako.
Please.
Teka.
I'm sorry, we are old friends. That's why I'm gonna
Me and my
jab
big
him with
mouth.
my elbow also.
Me and my big mouth.
Okay. Quoting sinapian ako ni Ronald Llamas at the moment. Ang issue kasi ng chances, di ba, Ronald? It really is also the appetite of Congress and
Yes.
the political situation now for any impeachment complaint to go forward. It really is, as everyone says, a political process. We thought we had better chances last year, honestly, kung akong tatanungin, no? I also pala need to clarify for the sake of our organizations that these were individual complainants. We took it upon ourselves to file the complaints as individuals. Although, tingin ko marami sa amin na ipaalam naman sa aming various organizations. Hindi ko naman pinapaalam sa UP kasi may freedom naman ako as professor. Pero yung organisasyon ko, halimbawang Tindig Pilipinas, pinaalam naman namin ng ilan sa amin na we would go through and there were no objections. No? But we are individuals. So speaking for myself, I thought our chances were better last year than they are this year. Ronald can agree or disagree, and he'll tell. I think he agrees, and he'll tell you why I think I'm right. But siguro, we're even during the first filing. My own motivation was really just, is this the right thing to do? No, even then, kasi there were serious political considerations in the filing. We were coming up upon an election. We were looking at whether that would skew the election discourse to toxicity and issues that were not really necessary for our people to look at in choosing their officials, whether national or local. But my decision hasn't changed. I honestly think that there has been serious crimes, I guess, committed, and that therefore the Vice President needs to be held accountable. So just as an ordinary citizen, filing as an individual, bahala na si Ronald sa political process sa Kongreso. We filed, no? And we are, I don't know if I'm naive or some people are too good for their own good, are too not good, are too cynical or too jaded or too well established for their own good. But simply lang ako the best I can do is to ask our institutions to perform their duties and to hold our officials accountable. If that doesn't happen this time around, then we just keep trying, because that's the only thing, that is our role. If people do not wish to fulfill their role, then that's not my issue anymore. But we are very happy naman. Meron namang nag-endorse last year as well as this year, no? And this year, our spokesperson last year, Congresswoman Laila De Lima, is now one of our endorsers because she was our spokesperson for our group last year. And of course, now being a congresswoman, she is one of our endorsers for the complaint.
Ma'am, in the complaint, sinama na po ninyo lahat ng ebidensya. Of course, we do remember the last time the Supreme Court ruled it required due process. It required that the complainants also provide the evidence sufficient to prove that the charges will stick. So I'm wondering po to what degree of detail ang inyong sinamang ebidensya doon sa inyong complaint.
Of course, that's also one of the reasons why we decided to streamline our complaint. In compliance with, hoping to comply with the, in my mind, completely bizarre Supreme Court requirements. So we tried, no? Of course, kanina when we were filing, the Secretary General of the House of Representatives said, "What is this video evidence that you had attached?" And of course, that was the video evidence of the threat against the then a lot of the issues on her funds are already actually with Congress itself when it conducted its Quadcom investigations, no? So that's there. That was also easy enough to attach. The Madriaga affidavit, for example, is an affidavit that we can just put forward, and we also attach that. So we did try our best. Having said that, we are very much, we continue to be very much upset by how the Supreme Court decision has, as I said, made the Constitution's opening for ordinary citizens to seek accountability into a far more difficult procedure, no? So I honestly think the memorandum did not uphold the spirit of the Supreme Court. Pinapahirapan lang kami mas lalo ng mga requirements na yon. We tried to comply, but the point is really that the HOR has the powers also to try and look into our complaints as if there is enough evidence to say it's worth looking into. They're not just going to be people who will stamp the complaint and send it to the Senate. They also have a job, a duty, and a right to investigate a little further and add some more and say whether upon further investigation, bobo pala to, dismiss namin, or upon further investigation, we even found more things and we will now endorse it already to the Congress. We will impeach her. So, ang paniniwala namin, there is enough. We filed. But we do hope that Congress will use its powers, its independent powers, to look further into our complaints. And I'm sure that with their capacity, their resources, their powers sitting now as a Congress exercising their duty to look into this, they will be able to add more. Kasi ordinaryong mamamayan lang kami, ang dami na naming nakita eh. Sila pa kaya?
But Senator,
Professor, medyo interesado ako doon sa Madriaga testimony. Dahil before, even Congresswoman Laila de Lima took it with a bit of a grain of salt.
Oo.
Paano nyo pinroseso yung Madriaga testimony? Paano nyo na due diligence yung kanyang testimony? Dahil before, ay may mga questions about his affidavit.
Oo, I think sa amin lang yung it's sworn, he swore to it. It is an admission against his own interest, ika nga ng mga lawyers, 'di ba? And then, is it sufficient for us, as I said, on the basis of citizens saying, "Oy, Congress, tignan nyo ito. Kung meron namang sapat na batayan na pala, more, tignan nyo pa more, then can you please do that, no?" And remember, this is related to her SALN, which, thank God, finally we were able to get a look at. And apart from the Madriaga affidavit, there is also just the SALN itself requires, no, a lot of explaining kasi we can't see how she could even have dalawa yan eh. How could she have gotten all that money in itself as a simple government employee and as a UP prof of decades? I can tell you what our salaries look like regardless of whether you're a professor or a vice president or a mayor. And the other thing is, with the Madriaga affidavit, certainly she's misdeclaring her income. And she should declare that, no? So there's that element, and we would just simply also like to see Congress to look at. And we will uphold, no, na we are not required just to give to Congress something that they can say, "Oh, that's a slam dunk. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna put it on." Congress now, with our impeachment complaint, is also empowered to look into these issues.
So you're talking about the prospects sa House and your misgivings, no, compared to last year. Paano kung ma-hurdle niya yung House at pumunta sa Senado? Ano yung tingin nyo ngayon? Yung compared to last year, the Senate, sa Senado ngayon, sa tingin nyo, mas malaki tsansa ngayon o mas humina palalo?
Ma'am Ami, parang salamat. Binigyan mo na kami ng konting palugit sa House kasi House pa lang, palang milagro na yung mangyayari sa amin dito. But our experience last time, no, was that once it hurdled the House, then we focused on the Senate, and again that was an evolving and very difficult landscape, no. So for the moment, it would look like the majority, the thin and difficult majority of our Senate, we have more chances than the majority that was last year, no? So that's one. But still, we will have to look at read the political situation, and all we really have are our voices and rights to protest. So last year, as difficult as it was already a victory to even force them to consider the complaint. And that was step by step by step. How many rallies, how many difficult nights we have to spend in front of the gates of the Senate just for them to see whether they would become sworn in as the court. Tapos pinagtalunan pa kung swearing in means court na nga sila. And then all those rallies and all those nuances, like we did not dismiss but we archived the complaint, etc., etc. So it's a fight all the way. People sometimes ask us, or we even ask ourselves, all these difficulties for what it is, for what? But well, we look at these things developmentally. Even if we gain even a small inch in pushing our institutions towards some amount of accountability to all people, then I guess the struggle was good enough.
Okay. Maraming salamat. We'd like to say thank you to Dr. Silvia Claudio ng Tindig Pilipinas, one of those who filed an impeachment complaint against VP Sara Duterte today. Thank you po.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Salamat po.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Goodbye.